Welcome. So for these video topic outlines, I am going to be reading from my notes. So today we're talking about you need legal representation. There are questions you need to ask. It does no good to hire a great criminal tax attorney, especially if you have a drug case or a healthcare case. Hello, and thanks for turning in to the sixth in my new video series, Indicted and Facing Prison, Now What? My name is Mark Blatstein. In 2006, I too was indicted and pled guilty to a felony and I lost my medical license. In 2010, I am grateful to have my license reinstated in full. But for all of you, and as this was for me, calling it a surreal experience is an understatement. My goal in this series is to provide all of you with the crucial information that you will need to survive and navigate these times. I'll provide you with a new topic every day so that you can move forward with the knowledge and preparation that will result in the confidence you need to give yourself the best chance for a best possible outcome. Since you're already aware that the Department of Justice and the Feds have been asking questions, that means that the case against you is mostly complete. With a 98% conviction rate, the odds are that you're going to be going at least to spend some amount of time in prison. Knowledge is power, and now it's in your hands. And delaying to take the next step can be at your peril. The consequences of inaction is very severe. Equally important is hiring a legal defense team that just doesn't have experience, but also has a track record of successfully defending cases like yours. Your future is at stake, and it's crucial to make these right choices today. Should you have questions, please do not hesitate to call or consider engaging my services at 240-888-7778, as this is your future. You want to make sure that it's a good fit for you and the attorney, as well as for the attorney and yourself. It's important to learn, do they practice federal criminal defense in federal court? You want to know, again, if they have experience in cases like yours. Check with the local state bar. They may have a disciplinary action, but even if they do, this is not a deal killer. Just ask them. Also, you want to look for proven track records. Will they be able to provide you several current or past clients for you to speak with? It's natural to ask for someone who had used the attorney. Before I had a hip replacement, I spoke with other patients. And so this is not an unusual question. Nobody in their particular line of work, most are going to prison, but they'll still know if the attorney did the best job that they could. You want to ask to read several sentencing memorandums for cases like yours. You don't want them to all look the same. They should each be individually tailored, possibly using statistics that will reference cases like yours with corresponding sentences. If they all look the same, then this is not an attorney for you. If they mention HIPAA, which is a privacy law, you can agree with them, but you can also share with them that Adobe allows for redacting of all personal information, which looks much better than a black magic marker. If you're already at this point and you don't have the time to wait until my future videos come out, call me and we can discuss your situation one-on-one. Once again, my number is 240-888-7778. Additionally, money. You want to know if the charges are going to be flat fee or hourly. Will there be the option for you to create a payment schedule? If you want to go to trial, make sure that you understand that just feeling that you're right is insufficient. I can give you recently Sam Bankman-Fried and Elizabeth Holmes. They both went to trial, but while they both lost, one of them, Mr. Fried, decided to witness tamper. And so what you don't want to do is you don't want to alienate the court or your judge before you even have to get back to them at sentencing hearing and request leniency. Additional questions you want to know if you're going to trial, have an appeal, ask them, how many have they won? Pretty fair question. You may be interested if it's a smaller practice in their caseload. A single attorney with a small staff maybe can do 2 or 3 criminal trials a year, working full time. There's something called the Fairness and Restitution Act. Your attorney may or may not be familiar with it because it's not yet law. It's a joint partnership, if you will, between the National Association of Criminal Defense Lawyers and a nonprofit. But there are parts of it that once you read it, where your attorney can make this request to the court. In other words, they can request that prosecution show the actual loss sustained by the victim as a proximate result of what you did to eliminate joint liability and ensure that you are only responsible for the financial losses that you have caused. Provide the right to an evidentiary hearing for disproving or proving the amounts included in a restitution order. And last, if it's possible, request that there's a change in the statute period from 20 years to 10 years and prevent extensions. Now, the court can deny everything, but it can't hurt to ask. Lastly, these are important questions. When do they believe that you should begin preparing for your pre-sentence interview? My answer is going to be yesterday. Do they believe in the importance of a well-written narrative and release plan? I hope they say yes, because I'm not the one saying yes. The federal judges have been interviewed across the country, and to the person, they all recommend that this is helpful. Lastly, when do they believe you should be asking for character reference letters? I would say right away. And character letters are letters regarding your character. They're not letters where the person will suggest, like a parent will say, well, my son doesn't or daughter doesn't need to go to prison. These are letters specifically about your character, and I have YouTubes on them lined up to go. To engage my services or to have your concerns answered, call me today at 240-888-7778. This is my personal cell, and I answer and return all of my calls. Hope you have a good day, and thanks for listening.